license pass for this Camaro. This A-Gas Barracuda is a neat deal. It was pretty wild yesterday afternoon. Over in the Auto Club lane. So we'll see how he hooks up today here in the Budweiser lane. About the same result in the Bud lane as we had in the Auto Club lane last night. Cam Fawcett. I think Cam getting ready to go to Vegas. .73 light. Hot rods, hot rods, hot rods. To the lanes, please. Hot rods to the lane. Cam 757. at 176.35, and Rick Fossen making hand signs with Steve Matson. And figuring that deal out, and we go for our next round of Junior Dragsters. Hot rods to lanes, please. Hot rods. So, Kevin, come on, we're ready to go. Our first pair in Junior Bracket 1. Aiden Pyers here on the tower side. Mason Rushing in the Automobile Club lane. They both dialed the 1290 index. And at the big end, it will be win light to Aiden Pyers from Madera, and Diana and Mark and Aileen and everybody go crazy for the Pyers kid, which is a good deal. So, Brian Krizwicki will end up running a single, and we'll come back and take on Pyers in that final in Junior Bracket 1. And Krizwicki dialed 1290 and ran 1282.0. He'll come back and race Pyers in the final. Cade Poe, Austin Hubert, our Group 2 juniors. $8.90 the dial for Cade, and Austin Hubert, $8.97. Open wheel, open wheel. We need you in the lanes. Open wheel to the lanes, please. Red ball from Austin Hubert, and Cade Poe moves on another round. Kyle Cowling, Jonathan Flores, the 4th generation drag racer from Hanford, Melts Towing Cutting Edge. $8.90 the dial for Jonathan. Kyle, a $9.15. Breakout by Kyle Cowling, and Jonathan Flores gets break number 2 in Junior Dragster 2. McKenna Gidcombe. It's either buy or competition buy. But regardless, there's only McKenna and nobody else. And McKenna, 63 green, dialed 898, runs 896 with a 7. We go bracket 3. Amy Buck, Ukaipa Mom and Dad, and Star Auto Parts, one of our sponsors here this season with ANRA. The 05 half scale, dial 794 in the Automobile Club lane. Gabby Schmidt, Golden Valley, Arizona, 06 half scale as well. She dialed 790 in the Tower lane. Ooh, some performance issues. Amy sounds strong. Let's see how it goes. Oh, she breaks out and gives it to Gabby Schmidt. Gabby runs a 914 on a 790, but Amy dialed a 94 and ran a 90 with a 6. So it will be Gabby. She'll look at that motor. It sounded a little rough. taking the win, going to the next round of Junior 3. Tanner Poe. Over in the Auto Club lane, Jonathan Rawl. Over here in the Budweiser lane from Visalia for Jonathan. Los Alamitos for Tanner Poe. Red ball by Jonathan, and Tanner goes to the next round. Jordan Summers, our reigning Junior 3 champion out of Laverne in the 06 half scale. 792 the dial. Chloe Leadfoot Lantain. Kevin, her dad, and the whole Lantain bunch out there with her. Dad Kevin got through his first round of NE2, 2000 motivational, and Chloe dials an 815. They rock, they roll. Jordan Summers is done. Chloe goes another round, and the Lantain bunch goes crazy down there. Kevin's going, okay. Leadfoot is through another round. Chloe dialed an 815. She ran an 820. Remember, if you pick up your credentials on Wednesday at 10, you can park your stuff Wednesday starting at noon. Alrighty. So Chloe's through. Dylan Cowling and Ashley Deschelle. Dylan, Rancho Cucamonga, 797 the dial. And Ashley, a 790 dial. Ashley in the Tower lane, and Dylan in the Automobile Club lane. Red ball by Ashley, so Dylan goes through the next round. Dylan does break out, but the first red ball was the worst red ball. But she's going on. Justin Ball. Auto Club length, Sarah Scott. Tower length. Scott in the Tower lane, Ball in the Automobile Club lane. There is an advantage off the tree. And on the double breakout, it stays with Justin Ball. A 91 on a 93, good, and 81 on a 90, not so good. Emma Duchel, Mark Henry. Mark Henry over in the Auto Club lane, Tower side. Emma dials 858. Mark dials 8 flat. Well, now, looks like we have a winner off the tree, but we'll see when they get there. Double breakout. Emma gives up a 50 light. She had over a 10 to a 158 light from Mark, but she broke out by more, 52 on a 58 to a 98 on an 8. And Mark Henry goes to the next round. All right, we go back to Sportsman. Alan Schoonmaker, the reigning 2011 champion in Sportsman, in that Monza over in the Automobile Club lane, dials at 1205. Mike Spencer in the long top race car out of Lancaster, the 72 Chevy wagon, dials 406. Final call for open wheel. Final call, open wheel. Final call, open wheel. Winlight goes to Schoonmaker. Yeah, Spencer goes red in the station wagon. Schoonmaker dialed at 12:05, ran at 12:03 off a 0:05 light, but a gimme from Spencer at the starting line. Tom Featherston out of Atascadero over in the Auto Club lane. 66 Mustang, 1353 dial. Stacy Beck still in, and that's Bill Smith Jr. taking a look. She's got the Chevy too, and still going on, 540 cubic inches. Off the light, it's Mustang Chevy, but I think it's going to be Mustang in a double breakout. 1351.1 on a 53 dial for Featherston, back at 1210 on a 15. And Featherston goes to round next. RL Richard Lillo. Templeton, the specialty Garand Trans of Atascadero. 64 Ranchero with the 5-liter small block Ford, dials 12 flat. Eric Miklaski, yeah, that guy, in the 67 Mustang. So a pair of Fords. RL fixes my pronunciation problem as Richard goes 1220 on a 12 dial to take the win light, and Mikalski goes 68 on a 62, but a 009 light beats the heck out of a 207 light. Robert Arana, 83 years old, 1950 Chevy, 261 cubic inch 6-cylinder. Now he runs with us at Kingdon, and Hot Rod Bob beats the heck out of everybody. Steve Bunch is his victim here. Bunch in the Nova, 327 out of Little Rock. So Hot Rod Bob and Arana going up the Automobile Club lane. Bunch right there with him. Who gets the win light? It goes to Bunch. Runs a 12:45.3 on a 39, a 13:56.9 for Hot Rod Bob Arana. It's just a little slow. 6,400's the win. Tony De Azevedo from Tulare, a 12:03 dial over in the Auto Club lane. Taking on the points leader and sportsman Chris Fredrickson. Oildale Auto Parts and Golden Empire Trans and Clutch. Tension in the pits, tension in the pits. Edward Gas to the lanes, please. Fredrickson bails out, 11.99.8 breakout. And Tony De Azevedo takes out the points leader, Chris Fredrickson, and moves on to round next. Ray MacGyver and the Harry Canary. Now, Ray has done really well. He's runnered up, got a perfect light this year. Must be that MacGyver Motorsports deal that's bringing him all the buena suerte. He gets Cleve Henderson over here on the tower lane. Cleve, the 68 Cougar. We already talked about 5 inches longer wheelbase than a Mustang. 410 cubic inches. State Farm, the sponsor for Cleve. They hook, book, and drive up to the stripe. That's the top end. Wind light says Ray MacGyver. 1381 on that 78. The 009 light did it for him. Cleve a 57 light to a 1202 with a 9, but gave up too much on the tree, and MacGyver goes round next. Jamie Liamas from Santa Maria High School. 74 Mercury Comet with a 302. The only other person who has one of those, Rocky Phillips. 15-15 dial for Jamie. Jeff Fullen, Mission Hills in the 79 Mustang. 302 5-liter small block Ford Dallas, 1319 in the Budweiser lane. Well, now, which one of these Ford products will it be, the Mustang or the Comet? At the stripe, says Jeff Fullen. 1330 with a 5 on the 19 and a 1525 from Jamie. So Santa Maria High School is done for the weekend. Want to thank Art Foster and all the kids from Santa Maria High School that work really hard and keep a B+ average to go drag race. You guys are doing a great job, and we'll see you next year here at ANRA. Frankie Sizemore out of Bakersfield, Sizemore Plaster. The 454 powered Chevelle over in the Auto Club lane. Jeff Beck in the 468 powered 67 Chevelle over here in the Budweiser lane. Beck dials 1157, so does Sizemore. They bang it up to the big end when light goes to Frankie Sizemore, 1162.8 on the 57 to 1164.4 for Jeff Beck. Tom Fidger, Matco Tool, 65 Chevelle, $1085 in the Auto Club lane. Gary Howard, Towerside Bakersfield, 72 Camaro, $388, dials in 1115. Red bulb for Howard, so Fidger goes around next on a gimme. Wow, now 59 package for Fidger, good deal as he runs 1085 dead on off of 59 line. Josh Wagner, Wasco, M&M Fuels, ANRA. Energy Link, the 72 Maverick with the 306 dials, 1187 over in the Auto Club lane. Tom Mullen, Los Osos, Central Coast Auto House, 67 handy capable Ford Mustang 557. Flying Pig Racing takes the win. 1060 with a 3 on a 1055 dial and a 1210 for Josh, way off his number. Jim Holst coming in from Porterville, taking on the points leader in Hot Rod. Dale Thomas. Holst is good, dials that E-gas number. He's out of there now. Scott's Concrete. Jim goes red. Dale goes green. Dale dialed 1106 up the top end. Dale goes 1109. Getting a little bit warmer. Steve Archuleta from Tehachapi. Brian Hill from Paso Robles in the old home wrecker 3. 1115 dial for Hill. 1046 dial for Archuleta. Archuleta Automobile Club side. Budweiser lane, Brian Hill. Up at the fat end of the track, win light goes to Archuleta on a double breakout. Steve had a 000, but he runs 43 under 46.